Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome to another Monday writing session. I'm Adara, author of the YA young adult paranormal romance and sci-fi fusion novel, what a mouthful, Drawing Red. I am currently working on a different series at the moment. The way these streams work is I will be running pomodoro sprints. Feel free to join in, and hello to any time travellers watching the VOD after the fact. Welcome. Do tell me if you can hear me okay, if you can see me okay, thank you. The way this works is I will have a timer up in the top of the screen, and we will do traditional pomodoro sprints. I will do 3 25-minute sprints. I think this is a good way to kickstart productivity at the beginning of the day. Now, it is about 1 o'clock in UK time. I'm sure for anyone in America who's just waking up, or it's still the early hours, if it is good for you. I cannot believe it is November already. Where has the time gone? I've just written the date down in my notebook where I write all my word counts, and I can't believe it. How did last week go since I last saw you? Well, my writing went completely out the window, to be honest. I had a bit of a crisis of faith in my writing, but then I'm realising it's the first draft. That's okay. I have been trying to read this week, because I like to try to do a little bit of writing craft study. I've been reading The Complete Comedy Writer by Dave Cohen. I've just started it, but it looks amazing. Hi, Mr. Bad with Names. Welcome in. By the way, I saw that you had some music out this week. That was really cool. That was so cool. So I've been trying to figure out what on earth I'm doing with comedy, and then my writing went on hold for a few days to save up my energy for one of my very, very rare trips out of the house for something non-medical. I'm essentially housebound because of the impact trips out the house kind of make on me. So I had a few days off of writing just to try to gather the energy, but it was worth it. On Friday I went to a giant celebration event for a charity which has been open for 18 years. It's an arts charity, and they are closing down. It is very sad. I'm on their board of trustees, even remotely. Yeah, COVID allowed all sorts of possibilities for people to work remotely. And yeah, they do art with people who are isolated, so about things that matter to them, the world around them, that sort of a thing. And they're called Skimstone Arts, and it's going to be a miss. Yeah, so that was worth going to, because I joined them about 14 years ago as a person. Oh, Mr. Bad with him saying my PC broke, so I'm on a break from writing. Oh, we all have some reason. I'm saving up for a new PC. I've decided I'm putting so much money away for it every week. I've picked the parts. I'm hoping they'll come down in price. And I've worked out it is going to take me... I've got a little a calendar where I'm crossing off how long I think it's going to take me at my current rate of savings. Today I crossed off 99 weeks to go. So sometime around October 2027. And yeah, my laptop today crashed twice already. I am still attempting to use a laptop and push it to the furthest I can get it to go. Yeah, so 2027. Yes, but farewell Skimstone. There's still a couple of things on the board left to do over the next couple of months. Bittersweet. But they took over an entire cinema space with a live exhibition, some live bands from musicians, some workshops. They produced a magazine with called Stories That Matter. I got the shock of my life when I found out there was a double-page spread in there for me. It's just like, oh, okay. I was so confused. And then, yeah, they actually used the cinemas as well, and they had evaluations, videos. What do you expect? If you have an arts charity and you want a way to communicate to funders what impact their money's had, give them a video. On the ground evidence, and just never expect them to see yourself at the big screen about 10 years later from that project. I didn't remember giving that interview, but, you know, it happens. So that was a bit of a time warp. I'm still quite full of aches and pains, still very tired from that, but hopefully we can very slowly ease into doing a little bit of something today. I've essentially given up on the whole 15k this month. Oh, but that's to be expected. Any trip out the house really takes that out of me, so yeah, I can choose to be at home and doing work, or choose to go outside even just for a social visit, and then be wiped out and be able to do nothing else. So, I have also been trying to work out a few extra toggles for this character. Not a lot, but we're getting there. We're building this up. The first one is, if I love something, love eyes. Get a heart in the eyes there. The second one, I don't know how often I'll use this, is crying. And there are literal tears now rolling down my cheeks. I think they would be good for reaction videos. I'm not too certain. I've been on a bit of an Iron Mouse kick recently, and yeah, she has a song out at the moment which is kind of operatic, and the culmination of so many years of her and her health getting better, and it hits every single time. Every single time. I do hope you get your PC fixed soon. I really do. Oh, that sounds painful. I hope you have a backup or something else you can be using. Even if it... Yeah, I remember at one point I've been like using Bluetooth keyboards with my mobile phone. Unfortunately, it's Android. It does not have Scrivener, which makes it more difficult. But we do what we must. And with what we've got. I think that makes us pretty flexible. I would love to know where you got the idea for that piece of music, though. Do tell. For now, I need to see where I'm at. I think I'm in my paranormal romantic comedy. I'm about to change... I'm about to change chapter. I'm still very much at the start. Oh, that reminds me. My audiobook has kind of been on hold as well for the past few weeks. I need to get a handle on that. Right, anyway, back to the paranormal romantic comedy. It just seems wrong to not be drafting something in November. Let's hop to the work screen. There we are. And I believe I am about to, start a new chapter. Great. With that being said, I will announce the start of the first sprint. Let's see if I can get this up and running. Tools. There we go, scripts. Just looking at things behind the scenes. Do you have a Chromebook? It should be done sometime next week. Oh, that wait. Where you know that something is happening, but you can't access it yet. It's just like, wait. It's like, yeah. And then I don't suppose there's any money to fast track that or something. And I know those, like, repair people and stuff take a minute out of that. Unless you're doing it yourself, in which case, respect. I have someone lined up, hopefully, to assemble this PC as I'm buying all the parts for it. Okay, back on track. In 3, 2, 1, go. And that's the end of our first sprint. I'm not sure there's any point in even saying how much I wrote there. 62 words. I mainly went down a rabbit hole of research in that one. So, the last chapter was set at a supermarket. This next chapter is going to be set at a pet shop. So, I'm trying to work out what you can realistically sell at the pet shop. And also to try to come up with some sort of name. So I've now got a list of pets which you can legally buy in the UK under our current laws. And any sort of kind of asterisks for having those and how realistic it would be. Yeah, research is always fun, yeah. And trying to come up with a name is ridiculous, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. So that one kind of got away with me. I think at this point I just need to like pick, maybe number them, pick them at random what's going to be in there, and then just run with it and write the scene. Hi Marilyn, yes, I didn't talk to you earlier. Glad you're here. What are you up to? Or are you just kind of chilling with the music? Both perfectly valid. I'm also noticing on the side here, these 3 kind of Halloween related names, well, words I need to incorporate. So this should be fun. What a mismatch. Write those down. I think I can incorporate those quite well, actually. Yeah. There's a pet shop. The 3 words I had. So, for every chapter, I have random Halloween-related words that I need to put in here because it's set on the week of Halloween. The words I need to incorporate in this pet shop chapter are scythe, summoning, and sweets. Oh, we'll see what I can do with that. Yeah, good luck is the word. I'm gonna need it. See how I can pull all of this together for some pandemonium. I've got to remember, Halloween aesthetics. I missed out with that in the last chapter. I need to go back and add more of that in. What were the words for the last chapter? What were they meant to be? Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to add these 3 words to a supermarket like for the last chapter. The last chapter was prayer circles, scarecrow, and metal railings. Look, yeah, that's going to be a thing. So scythe, summoning, and sweets. I'm thinking, what animals can realistically cause the most chaos? Because it's Halloween, tarantulas have to be in there. Probably so do the millipedes. Or some stick insects. Obviously you're going to have the aquarium with some goldfish and some tropical things like guppies and tetras. I'm thinking some mice, maybe some gerbils. Okay, we can't go past the scene, I think, without there being a parrot for comedy effects. Or is that too much? Because apparently you're allowed to have parrots in pet shops if you have enough space for enrichment, and the staff are kind of trained to give them that enrichment. Ramsey's just chilling and listening, not too well. Oh, I hope you feel better. Can't concentrate, it's helping me just being here. Oh, that's nice. Well, we're glad to have you. Yeah, so as long as the parrots are kind of getting enough space and have enough enrichment, they can be sold. Puppies and kittens can't be unless you've bred them themselves and they are at least 8 weeks old, fully weaned. And you can't have them to be selling them as like third party due to Lucy's Law from 2021. So that's something I learned. Right, let's see if I can pull this together to get some writing. See you on the other side. And that's the end of our second sprint. I now have a total of 313 words. I managed to come up with the name for the pet shop, which I think sounds kind of realistic. I had to do a lot of background checks though on Company's House and for trademarks, just to make sure I wasn't stepping on anyone's toes, even if it is fictitious. I want to know I'm doing a good job. I have a list of animals to go into this shop now. I'm enjoying these little discussions that's happening just before everyone kind of enters the scene. Everyone just goes into whatever the new location is. I'm having a lot of fun with it. And I'm giving up on the idea of where I ought to be in terms of writing at this point, in terms of getting words. Because I'd rather this be more fun and make more sense and realistic for the place it's in, but also as comedic as I can make it. And I'm willing to spend that time to do that. Let me know what you're up to if you are in the chat. And hello, lurkers. I've just got the notebook at my side, so if you've been watching me looking down a lot, then I'm just kind of writing notes as I go. I mean, finding ways to include my 3 words. My 3 Halloween-themed words in here. Or at least for some inspiration. One of the things I've done in terms of the word scythe is I'm thinking about a praying mantis. Apparently UK pet shops can sell those. You can also buy them online, which I think is kind of... I know people say, oh, it's fine, you know. That would just be bizarre. I don't know. I think the list of animals is praying mantis, tarantula, goldfish, mice and rats, canaries, a bearded dragon, corn snakes, and I have a question mark over parrot. A big question mark. I like the idea of canaries. It's kind of got that little comedy but also sinister vibe about it, with the idea of the canaries in the coal mine. But in terms of parrots, I don't know how to utilise that one yet. Obviously there could be some sort of comic potential of copying something. I'm gonna have to work that one out. Just drop it in whenever there's a moment that's golden. I wish I was further into reading The Comedy Writer. It would make this a lot easier. Oh well, I'm just glad this scene is finally on the way. Scene, chapter, yeah, both. Why does it seem like it's been a week already, even though it's Monday? I think it's just because it's that kind of time of year. I think every pet shop needs a parrot. Quite possibly. I'm gonna have to try to look up enclosures to see what would kind of be legally large enough of a space to be classed as enrichment. Because wow, this kind of small-time pet shop is becoming quite the destination at this rate. I wonder if it could just be a pet parrot instead of an actual one for sale. That might make it a bit easier, especially in terms of laws for licenses. Because otherwise, for everything that you kind of have on sale, you've got to document everything from its like vet history, how old it is, where it's come from, all this stuff, like fire evacuation plans. But plenty of pet shop owners bring their animals to work, like dogs and things. Now that's something I hadn't thought about. Oh, that's great. I'll see you again, Mr. Bad with Names. Good luck. Last sprint. Let's get to work. Bye. And that's the end of our last sprint. I got a total of 775 words today, and a lot of research for this setting. I think I'm managing to fill this with enough humour. Yeah. Good start. Very good start. We'll see how this scene develops. Well, that is us for this Monday's live stream. I will be back again next Monday. I will be continuing to write in the meantime. And I have a goal of editing chapter 5 of the audiobook as well this week. We shall see if I can finish this chapter as well. And then hopefully on Monday, I'll be back to write chapter 9 of this paranormal romantic comedy. Thank you for being here. It's been great to have your company. Thank you to any time travelers and lurkers. And I will see you again next time. Bye.